1959, 60 years ago, the experimental high-speed aircraft X-15 flew for the first time. Let's use this short bonus video to take a quick look at the X-15. The X-15 was developed during the 1950s as a hypersonic experimental aircraft. Like many other X-planes, it didn't take off from the ground by itself, but was carried into the air by a special carrier aircraft. In the case of the X-15, this was done by a modified B-52 Stratofortress. The X-15 gathered important data regarding supersonic, hypersonic, and spaceflight. There is no real height where space begins, but there are several defined borders to space. For the US, that is a height of 50 miles, or around 80 kilometers, and this was a border that the X-15 could cross. Therefore, the X-15 was a spaceplane, and pilots that crossed that 50 miles height earned themselves astronaut wings. The X-15 provided valuable information about re-entry into Earth's atmosphere. That data was used in the Space Shuttle program a decade later. To this day, the X-15 is the fastest manned aircraft of all time, even though for some it is not really an aircraft, but more of a manned rocket. Pilot William J. Knight reached an astonishing 4,520 miles per hour, or 7,274 kilometers per hour in 1967, and the aircraft also set altitude records. Pilot Joseph Walker achieved a height of 67 miles or 107.8 kilometers in 1963. The X-15 was flown by well-known test pilots like Scott Crossfield and future astronauts like Neil Armstrong, the first human on the moon. 3 X-15s were built, one of them crashed, killing its pilot Michael Adams. The program was ended in December of 1968 after 199 flights. The legacy of the X-15 lived on in the Space Shuttle program, so ultimately more within NASA than the Air Force. The 2 remaining X-15s can be visited in the National Air and Space Museum of the Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C., and in the National Museum of the United States Air Force on the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio. Thanks for your interest, and until next time.
Looking real good from back here. And they look very good across the door. Back in the saddle again.